What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another interview. Now, by the way, below this interview you'll find the review with all the details, all the in-depth with the demonstration, all those things. So if you're looking for features and all those all those technical stuff, it's not going to be here. Here we're going to go into really things you won't see on the sales page, things you won't see anywhere else. It's going to be exclusive, it's going to be fun, it's going to be light, right? We're not going to be boring. So with me here is Luke. Maguire is like this big guy. You have no idea how big he is to me.
Not at all.
He's the creator of Instaeasy, and Instaeasy is this thing I was telling you about. Is this amazing Instagram automation software that increases engagement, allows you to tap really master this whole Instagram thing really from scratch, almost hands-free. It's amazing, and we'll talk about it here. And please, Luke, what's up? How are you feeling, man?
Well, so anytime and everyone watching, I'm feeling amazing. It's getting into launch mode now, so now I'm working on these ridiculous time zones over here in Australia right now. But I'm very thankful for you having me and your audience watching here as well. I appreciate you all taking the time.
You're thankful. I am thankful that I got to on the call. And I wanted to talk about, before we get into the benefits and everything, tell me a little bit about how Instaeasy, the idea came to life. How did you think about it? What is the need it solves?
Yeah, sure. So Instagram marketing is my favorite form of marketing. Many people don't know that Instagram has 52 times higher engagement than on Facebook and 127 times higher than on Twitter. So I've been on Instagram for a couple of years now, and I just found this engagement so, it just really made me excited, because I could go out and start manually engaging with people, and I just noticed the feedback was so much higher on Instagram than on Facebook, and then I found all the stats that really backed that up. The really cool thing with Instagram is you can actually go in and find your target market, not only through hashtags, but also through your competitors' users. So unlike Facebook, you go on a Facebook fan page, you can't actually see who has liked that page. On Instagram, it's very, very different. So I used to go out and go into my competitors and go into their followers themselves, follow, and start to engage with that audience. And literally, instantly within an hour, I started seeing people that I started to engage with come back to me and like and comment and engage and go to my actual links on my Instagram page from doing this manually. But as you all probably know, we're all trying to run businesses. Yeah. We can't sit there all day, every day, liking and following and engaging. But there has to be a better way to automate this. And there was nothing really out there that was doing it. So I was like, well, if there's no way to do it, I'm going to make a way to do it. I guess that's how I've been able to do pretty big numbers this year in internet marketing and help a lot of people, because I love to solve problems that have never been solved before, which is why I'm really excited to show you guys Instaeasy today.
It's crazy. I mean, what I like about this is it's not what you created. It's not like it's a real automation software. It's not like a fucking wizard comes from the sky and start changing your funnel, your everything, and it does everything for you. It's not one of those promises. It's more like a real automation software. People will be actually using it day to day. Yeah. So this is why I decided to review it. So tell me, how can, let's say, someone who is a newbie, someone who maybe has an Instagram account but not necessarily, and he wants to get started. Does he need anything else besides Instaeasy? And if he does, what does he need? Any budget, anything?
Yeah, for sure. So when it comes down to Instagram marketing or any form of social media marketing, it comes down to three things. You first need to have content. So it's not hard to find content. You find content on your Instagram accounts and whatever niche you start in many different places. We actually teach it inside of Instaeasy. The second part you always need in any form of social media is engagement. Instaeasy solves that for you and engages with your audience 24/7. So every day you wake up with new leads, new followers, coming back and seeing all this great content that you posted, because you're engaging with other people as well. The third step you need is somewhere to drive the traffic too, because trust me, it's literally instant traffic. So you need to have an offer of some sort. You might need a website, you might need just an affiliate offer, whatever it might be. We teach those ways to do it. But when it comes to Instaeasy, all you need is Instaeasy. We try try to keep it as simple as possible. Because like you said, there's no wizards and Harry Potters and all these things you need to change up your business, which is seems a lot of these guru people seem to teach. I just keep it so simple and give you a way to get free automated traffic as simple as possible. And when I was growing up, I've never really been good at much in my life. And what I found out what I was really good at is making things lazy for myself. And when I make things lazy for myself, other people seem to really like it as well, because you can automate processes that would normally be very boring but very effective and actually get results day one. That's a big issue, problem solved right there, and that's what Instaeasy does here.
Yeah, it does work. It does automate because, you know, I have an Instagram account. I have two, but I have one main account. I'm not using it. It's just I haven't really explored Instagram in terms of you know, as a traffic source, as a marketing channel. Not really. And I did activate your software, and right now, as part of the bonus, I have a huge bonus package, and part of this bonus package is I'm working on some kind of case study, you know, of using Instaeasy, and I'm starting already seeing results. And to think, like, you know, let's be honest, because legally we cannot say it's guaranteed, but actually on a real level, because it doesn't do any magic, it just automates tasks that you would otherwise do. It's kind of like the results are kind of guaranteed, you know.
Yeah, exactly right. And that's one thing which I offer here as well, that you'll never really see any internet marketers do, that I have a 60-day double your money back refund guarantee where I'll actually double your money if you don't get any results. You won't ever see that happening. So it's basically a risk not to pick this up from Tom, guys, because I'll double your money back out of my own pocket if you don't get results. And it just makes sense, right? If you're manually engaged with people, people are like sheep, especially on Instagram.
Yeah.
If I like your photo, you get a notification saying Luke Maguire liked your photo. That's doing it manually. But imagine if you could automate that and like over 1,000 pictures a day. X amount of those people are going to come back and like your photos back, follow your content back, build that trust with you, and then when you have that trust, you can then take them across to a sales page, to an affiliate offer, to a website, to a local marketing site, and start to monetize, guys. So it's a really neat way of basically list building. Instead of building an email list directly, you're building it on Instagram itself.
Yeah, and do they need anything else to get started? And what I mean by this is, like, you know, some followers at least at the beginning, an image, something like that, a niche, you know, to decide.
When you start a brand new Instagram account, you can get started straight away with having 0 followers, having nothing at all, and you will see day one results. What I recommend doing is posting content. So you need to be posting content on your Instagram account because you're wanting to build an audience and a following other for yourself. If you don't know how to do it for yourself, your own business, you can go to a local marketing client and say to them, a local business, a local restaurant, say to them that you're going to then manage their Instagram account, have them their account engaged 24/7 with their target market. You can charge them $500, $1,000 a month, chuck them on Instaeasy, and that's it, guys. And what you were saying then as well, is there anything else needed? I hate upsells, guys. So I know a big thing with a lot of these product launches is that you buy one product and you need upsell 2, but upsell 1 to work. Then it's upsell 3, upsell 4, upsell 5, and you're so upset that you've just been smashed with all these offers that you don't even want to use the product anymore, right? I'm sure you see it all the time as well, Tom.
Well, I see it, but I do love upsells, depending how many and how they are positioned. But you know, sometimes there's a time that it's right to have upsells, and there are times when it's, you know, so it depends on the product. So you're saying basically here, what are the upsells here? What's the point?
So
what's
what
the deal?
I'm doing is because I really like to change the model. People see me do these launches, people see me the videos I do, and I really wanted to give back not only to my affiliate partners, but also to the customer as well, and get you guys really amped up, really excited to be able to jump into something where the only thing you don't get is any upsells at all. You get
no upsells.
Because I'm going to allow Tom to give you them all for free.
Thank you.
When you pick it up below, when you pick it up below, you're going to get everything. There's not going to be half the product locked. There's not going to be some training that you pay for separately. There's not going to be anything like that. You're going to get that everything. So I really want you guys to get started with this and start to get results in the first day. And you'll see in the Facebook group that we have, you get it for free as well. You pick it up in launch week. We actually come in there and you see so many people with day one results. we've been testing this for literally over a year now. I launched this internally just to really get a good feeling, get some real social proof, which you'll see on the sales page below this video as well, guys. Because this is tried and tested. This just simply works, it makes sense, and I wanted to really over-deliver for those action takers here in the launch week.
Thank you, man. First off, thank you for for giving it. And two, I do think, thinking about it as a marketer, not just as a customer, it's a smart choice because yes, you will be making some money from launching this, but the idea is you'll be promoting your brand, you'll be building a base of really subscribers that will love you, right? And I do appreciate you doing this, changing the way this JVZoo market works, at least for this launch. I think it's a win-win-win for everyone, right? For the affiliates, for the customers, for you, obviously. Yeah, so thank you. And
I want your audience to know and really appreciate Tom doing this interview as well, because while I am giving all the upsells, I've had a few people that have set up cards up want to promote this because there's no upsells, so how am I going to make all of this extra money as an affiliate if the full funnel isn't there?
Yeah.
We do have a yearly option that's going to save the customer money. We do have a quarterly option as well, and we have a monthly option that's cancel anytime as well.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a lot about Tom promoting something that just simply works. He sees the benefit in giving you the followers, your audience, all the upsells for free, so he's not worried about that. He just wants to get the end user results, and that really shows what the market is on as well here, guys. So I really appreciate you doing this interview and promoting, because it really, I know promotions there's promotions every other day of the week, right? And it's very hard these days. There's so many things going on to have people that are really looking down for the customer, for the best interest of the customer, and Tom clearly is doing that as well.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really trying to give as much value as possible, whether they buy or not through my link or not, just give them a lot of value. I had this idea about how people can get started with this. So basically you could say they could start an Instagram account for each, niche or, avenue or category. So like Instagram account for weight loss, for example, and use your software to automate and do this engagement, and this will work in the background, get them those followers, and they will monetize them and get images. Then another account for a different niche, and another account for a different niche. So the idea is you can play with it. There's no restriction to each account, right? I mean, it's like you have this beginner, let's say the beginner with the 500 or 300, I don't remember, every day liking and following, right? So on the second account it's the same, right? It's still 300, and the third account is still 300, right? So it's
exactly right, and that's what we're doing in launch week as well. We're giving everyone 3 Instagram accounts per
that's great.
license, so you can instead of just having one Instagram account with one Instaeasy license for launch week as well, we're giving 3 for that, and you can add 3 in. You can set it to get them in close your computer down,
exactly.
your computer off, and then if you want to delete one of them and you want to add a different one in, you can play around, you can build different ones, and if you want to add more accounts, you can just grab an extra license and we'll add it into your dashboard. And it's really simple and easy to use. The tool itself, as you'll see below, it's literally one dashboard.
Crazy.
It's called Instaeasy, so I won't make it so easy, right?
It's easy as hell. It's really, really easy. I mean, it's a few minutes without the tutorials. I haven't watched the tutorials. I just set it up, all the connect with Instagram, and from there you just set up your options. That's it. You just leave it and it just runs. It runs. It's amazing how simple it is. It's not super hypey. It's a good offer, man. It's a good offer. It helps people, and I know it will sell. It will sell like crazy. So that's what we want. Awesome. So really, thank you. Just before we finish, wrap up this interview, do you have anything you want to say in terms of bring some additional value, something that they won't find anywhere, some kind of extra advice,
Yeah, sure.
Do you have anything?
Yeah, sure. Let's wrap this up with something that I like to always say. So whether you pick up Instaeasy or you don't, this was a really big sticking point I found in my transformation in online marketing, and going from maybe about a year and a half, 2 years ago, to actually having no car to now being able to do a multi-seven-figure a year business right now, is when I changed my mindset from how do I make money for myself, how do I make money, how do I make money for me, change that mindset to how can I provide as much value to someone else, because money is always going to be a byproduct of value. If I get a McDonald's burger from a getting made and give it to the guy in the window, that's a small bit of value and get paid a small wage for that, but it's still value. The bigger problem you solve, the more value you provide, the more money you're always going to make. So on any social media marketing or anything you're trying to sell and do, always provide as much value as possible. Don't think about money. Well, I always think about money as being a byproduct of that value. The more value you provide, the more money you're going to make, the more success everyone's going to have.
That's so very true. I used to, before I started doing interviews and reviews, I used to, just, for example, I got this list and I started launching, I got the list and I started promoting to them just this obvious churn and burn model, and it was nothing. I mean, once they stopped being responsive, I just had to do it again and again and again. And then I started, how can I help them, bring them value, whether or not they purchase that product and whether or not it's through my link. How can I get them the most value before, and I started doing reviews and giving, behind the scenes, kind of secrets, and maybe, giving bonuses that nobody else will give. I even started sometimes giving bonuses before people purchase. Get the bonus, it helps the product, and if you want to purchase the money, kind of like a tip. So it's really, and I started seeing the results increase, the promotions getting better. So the money started coming anyway, from providing value. It's in anything in life like that. It's crazy. And you're so right. You're so right. It's great advice for everyone at any level. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, they'll love it. I hope so. Okay, man. So, thank you for being on this call, on this interview, and I'll talk to you after the interview. By the way, everyone, if you want to see the bonuses, the review, everything on this page, you have a huge bonus package, huge, monstrous. I mean, you will my other affiliates are going to kill me. It's a huge bonus package, case studies done for you, white label, whatever you want. Really good bonus package. And aside from that, you got the review here below. I'm showing you a demonstration, and basically all those things which you want to know. So thank you so much for everyone who's watching. For Luke, thank you, Luke. Man, you've been great. It's awesome to have you here. I'm still a little bit starstruck. Really.
I appreciate it so much, John, man. It's been great to come speak to you and your audience. Great to see you doing interviews now, because the bit of time it shows that you're dedicating now to get on camera and do these interviews really shows a lot about you and your business. And your audience, I'm sure, is really going to respect this a lot as well. So I appreciate you once again.
Cool, man. Thanks, and let's wrap this up.